All right. So I've completely cleared up a coup. I didn't really get as many caps out of that frickin' casino as I hoped I would. Actually, I didn't even cash my chips out, so... Anyways, now that I've finished working over at Gamora, I have sorted out one of the three families. I don't know what there is to do here at the tops. I don't think that there is anything to do to sort out the three families. But there are a whole bunch of miscellaneous quests that I can pick up off the strip, so that's what I'm up to right now. So to start off with, up here in the Aces Theater. Hello?
Wonder where Benny got off to.
Who knows? Let's talk with Tommy. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, welcome to the finest entertainment experience in New Vegas. My name is Tommy Torini, and how can I make your day?
Well, I was chatting with Swank up at the front desk. He said you might be looking for some new acts. Now, I'm not an entertainer myself, but is there anything that you need help with? I'm always looking for new ways to make caps.
Sure, baby, sure. Tommy's always looking for new talent to bring to the Aces. Tell you what, you see any good acts while you're out wandering? Give them my card. If they work out, I'll give you a 3% cut of the door. Just swing back by as you recruit folks. I'll get you your bread.
That's not bad, but make it 5%. You've got a deal.
Ooh, a shop customer. All right. 5% it is.
Right. So now that that's sorted out, why don't you tell me a little bit about the venue, this theater that you got here?
Well, it was my idea. Well, me and the rest of the Rad Pack boys. We took it to Benny, and he thought it was a good idea. A few years later, here we are. The best show in New Vegas.
Well, you ran this by Benny first. What do you think of him?
Benny? He's an alright cat, you dig? He don't got much musical talent, but he knows how to run a business. When he's around, anyways.
Yeah, I hear you. By the way, you know where he goes whenever he vanishes?
Well, now, you didn't hear this from Tommy, but Benny likes to go off on a bender now and then. Usually he's only gone a couple of days, but this last time, nobody saw him for almost a month. Ask me, I think he's got a dame from Gamora, holed up in a suite, because nobody ever saw him leave it.
Oh, really? Well, there's one perspective I hadn't thought about. But anyways, what is it you do here?
Well, apart from serving as a talent manager, show schedule, and all-around man in charge of this fine theater, I happen to be its headline act. Every night from 8 till midnight, come on by to see the Rad Pack Review live, only right here at the Aces Theater.
Really? What type of entertainment do you have running?
Well, acts are a bit thin on the ground right now, but every night from 8 to midnight, we got the Rad Pack Review. Songs, dancing, jokes, we got it all.
So that's what you have going here in the tops. But what else is there? What's your competition? What other shows are available on the strip?
Now, why would you want to go breaking Tommy's heart asking a question like that? Here I run the finest entertainment venue in all New Vegas, and you're asking me, what else is there? Nothing close to what we got here at the tops, that's for sure.
Don't take it personally. I was only asking about competition. Didn't mean anything by it.
It's cool, baby. Tommy's a forgiving fella.
Well, I don't want to hang around too long. Stink up the place. I'll get on my way. Look for those talents for you.
Take it easy, baby.
A red carpet. This has to be the place. Yep, sure enough. This is the ambassador's office. Hey, ambassador.
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
Well, you called me here. The least I can do is listen.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
All right. You have my attention. Go on.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munition stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
Well, it sounds like a job well within my repertoire. I suppose I could get in touch with them, have a chat, establish relationships, find out what their goals are.
Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us.
Well, I found my way in here to talk to you, Ambassador. I don't think that it would be kind to just leave it at that. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago back in the NCR as the local mayor and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship.
Don't stop there. Keep going.
I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know?
Well, as a politician who's been with the Republic for so long, you probably know some things about the NCR that I don't. What can you tell me?
I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into.
What is it?
Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all.
I suppose that's basically the story of the NCR's relationship to New Vegas up to this point, right? So, what's the situation now and here out?
Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress.
And what about the Strip? Anything particular happening right in the immediate area?
It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness. It's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore.
Well, I guess I'll have to talk with some of the others then, Ambassador. It's been nice chatting with you. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
All right. Workshop. Oh, holy crap, there's a working ceiling fan. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Who are you? Kate?
Hello. Hi. What can I do for you?
Well, let's start off with, what is this place?
You saw our front sign, didn't you? This is where all the beautiful signs of the Strip become a reality. It all comes from Michelangelo's imagination. We do a little work here and there too, sure, but he's the real artist.
Well, who's Michelangelo?
He's the reason the Strip shines like a star at night. Mike's imagined and built every sign, billboard, and light you'll see around here.
Really? Where can I find this Michelangelo?
Check out the back of the shop. He's usually working there.
Okay. But by the way, how long have you worked here?
I've been here over a year now, though I'm not one to get tired for long. I plan to roam the wasteland once I'm ready. The people need light and kindness. There's too much fear and pain out there already.
Ah, looking to be a prospector or a wanderer someday, eh? Maybe I'll give you a couple of tips sometime. But for now, I think I'll go see if I can find Mike.
Bye.
This, Michelangelo is, he should be over here, I think. Somewhere in the back. Michelangelo is actually a reference to, one of the great fathers of the Renaissance. He was an artist. Particularly, he was a carver. He actually had a big, feud. There was a personal, there was personal disagreement between him and Leonardo da Vinci, actually. I hope, most of you know who Leonardo and Michelangelo are, but sometimes, you'd be surprised. I get some comments where people genuinely don't know who I'm talking about, despite how, famous and well-known, person is or idea. Anyways, where the heck? Oh, here he is. Okay. Mike,
Hello?
let's talk.
Oh, hello, I am Michelangelo. How can I... wait. Are you here to deliver more billboard requests? Please tell me you're not a messenger on behalf of Mr. House.
Of course I act on behalf of Mr. House. Why else would I be here?
I am sorry. Meant no offense. The billboards are not ready yet. Please, I need more time, more materials.
Spare parts, assembly tools, generators. You have everything you need. Mr. House won't buy your excuse.
I should have known that Mr. House wouldn't have sent just anybody. Anything I might offer to, well, encourage discretion.
Discretion? Well, now I wish I wasn't just kidding with you. I just walked into this place out of curiosity.
You were? Really? Okay, for a moment I thought you were going to tighten my screws. Like everyone else around here.
No, I'm not here for anything like that. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, man?
That's great to hear. Really great. I'm Sheldon from Vault 21. Although here I go by my artistic name, Michelangelo. So what brings you here?
Wait. You don't wear that outfit just for the style? You actually lived in Vault 21? What was it like down there?
Most people don't understand what it means to grow up in a vault. Its corridors, its walls, radiate a warmth that feels safe, honest. But here, everything is huge and threatening. It's so empty that I think one of these days I'll just snap.
Well, if that's the case, why don't you just pack up and go back to Vault 21?
Wouldn't that be great? No, Mr. House filled it with concrete. Only a few rooms and halls remain. My sister was able to turn them into a hotel.
Yeah, I've already been over there a few times. Pretty surprising to see a Vault hotel. Wait. Vault 21. The doctor that patched me up was from Vault 21. Do you know a man named Doc Mitchell?
You mean Mitch? Oh, it's been ages since I've heard the name. My sister and I used to call him Mole Butt. Don't ask. That was a long time ago. Before we exchanged the warmth of our home for the thin air of the wasteland.
Sounds like you really don't like this place. What's your beef with the workshop?
I feel haunted by something terrible. Working in such a huge workshop often makes me shiver. I can't even leave the strip.
Would it have anything to do with Mr. House? You seem to dread hearing about anything from him.
It's this place. My inspiration ebbs and I don't know how to stop it. Oh, I can't feel the warmth anymore.
So, is your inspiration being drained by, fear of the outside world?
Yes, I think so. But please, keep quiet about it. Without inspiration, I'm as good as a tumbleweed drifting in the barren wasteland.
Jeez. Surprised I only noticed now. You exhibit very clear symptoms of acute agoraphobia. I might be able to help you.
Ah, an educated fellow. Now that is almost as rare as artistry. So, how can you help me regain my inspiration?
Well, several years of psychoanalysis, costing a few thousand caps a month. That'll fix you right up.
What? Are you serious? I am an artist. I need inspiration, not therapy.
Well, if psychoanalysis isn't your thing, then I do know this guy in Freeside. Really good at trepanation. You'd be amazed at how—
Stop right there. I'm sorry, but there is nothing wrong with my brain. What I need is something that inspires ideas back into my work.
Well, if neither of those are your cup of tea, then I could escort you out into the wasteland. I mean, it's really not that bad out there, as long as you don't mind a hail of gunfire and ducking behind old rusted metal.
Thank you for the offer, but I think I really can't go to see... Wait a minute. I know, I don't have to necessarily be there to see it.
Okay, you just lost me.
Yes, that's it. I have a camera. It is old, but it should work. Perhaps you could bring me images of inspiring landmarks.
Well, that is a functional alternative, I guess. But Mickey, you gotta remember, I wasn't planning on doing any of this out of the goodness of my heart. A man's gotta eat.
There's an opportunity for profit anywhere, huh? Even if it means preying on the helpless. Okay, you shuckster. 150 caps each if they're good.
Well, I think it's a little bit far to call me a shuckster, Mick, but at least we have an understanding. Now, do you have anything specific you want me to photograph?
I've always wanted to see the dinosaur and its thermometer sign at Novac. Then there's the famous Bison Steve sign. The McCarran Airfield and the Helios 1 power station signs are of much interest to my work. Like the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters bottle.
Wow, you just gave me a long list of places I already know about and really aren't all that exotic to me. Alright, you've got a deal. It's not going to be hard at all for me to find those locations and get you the pictures.
Thank you. I really can't thank you enough for this. Please, get me all the pictures. I'll compensate you accordingly. Oh, and if you need more camera film, then just come back and I'll get it for you. Again, thank you.
That's empty. Alright. Pretty much everything inside that workshop that's left sitting around I don't want. Usually I'd pick a lot more stuff up out of that workshop, but I don't have a repair-centric character, which cuts off a lot of the crafting recipes at the workbenches. Now, since I'm done talking with Sheldon, let's go into Vault 21 here, and actually talk to Sarah. She's looking the other way. I think I can nick this bottle. I've been eyeing it up every single time I had to come in here. Alright, now, Sarah? There's something that I need to do to be able to pass some speech checks with her. So, let's see. Oh god, what was I thinking of? Trying to remember. It wasn't coffee, it was, meeting people, I think it is. Meeting people. Yeah, that was it. It was a magazine that I was looking for. So, here we go. Meeting people. Now, with that, I've increased my speech skill to 68. So my speech skill is increased by 20 points. And to round me out a little bit more, because that's not high enough yet, I need a 75. I'm going to take these Party Time Mentats, increase my charisma by 5. And as you can see, that puts me up to 78. So the charisma boost has given me another 10 points. Anyway, Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world.
Yes, the Vault Hotel. I don't suppose this place was like this before the war, was it?
No, silly, of course it wasn't always a hotel. I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this place, come to think of it. But it is the most special vault ever.
Really? What's so great about this place?
My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Okay, it was like that before we had to leave. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved through gambling. I'll give you a quick tour of my home. Oh yeah, if you like.
Well, that's not a bad offer, Sarah, but I'd like to ask you a couple of other things about the vault first.
All right, what would you like to know?
Well, first off, did you say that you've never actually left this place?
Sure I have. I made the scene in the strip. It's just that I really like it here. Vault 21 is a kick.
I don't know, Sarah. Seems like there's something else behind it all. isn't there?
Okay, you're right. I hate going outside. It's almost impossible for me to step out of here. Still, I love my vault. It's my pad.
Thought so. Well, in any case, I suppose you're the owner of the hotel and shop.
Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah. That is, no. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. House.
Wait, what does Mr. House have to do with Vault 21?
Mr. House has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the top level mostly intact.
Mostly intact. What was wrong with the rest of this place?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go far. What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas. Woohoo! Now scram and let us go on with our lives. Sheesh.
So since House owns this place, I guess you're just the manager.
Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good as it should? Almost.
Well, do you get a lot of business?
Sure, the place is packed. Usually. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin Baron once in a while, and recently circled couples shining big rocks on their fingers.
I'm betting you miss the old days in this vault, don't you?
It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down there. We solved any quarrels through gambling. Lady Luck cast no eyeballs, you know? So, nobody shafted anyone else. Yeah, I miss those days.
Well, if everyone was so tight-knit, I bet you probably knew a guy named Doc Mitch, didn't you?
Mitch? You mean Molebutt? I hadn't thought about that name in a long time. I was just a child and he had a big mole in his rear bumper. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch is doing well.
Well, I can tell you he's still kicking. No worse for the wear since I last met him. But I didn't know him whenever he was in his prime. But anyhow, you said something about a gift store. What do you sell?
I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault things, too.
Authentic vault gear? This is swell. I could use some technical stuff. What do you got?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I got these great lunch boxes. They're super. What else? Oh, look at these toasters. You like toast, right? If they're crunchy, even better. What about a vintage Vault-Tec toy car?
Sarah, stop right there. Do you actually have any real vault gear? Not just souvenirs.
Okay, I do, but who wants a lame sensor module or a nitrogen canister anyway? All the popular stuff has been sold, especially the vault suits. I need to find more because people buy them like hotcakes. Leather suits are good times. Thinking about that just blows my top.
Leather suits. You know, that's a specialty of mine. Have one of my own. Unzip it, heat it, rub a shine on it.
Really? Well, I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, just don't say something like here and now. Wouldn't want to make the patrons uncomfortable, right?
Ha ha ha. Okay, why don't you help me out? And in the meantime, I'll think about where to take advantage of your skills.
Right, oh hey, you know, something just occurred to me. I hear that boomer suits are really similar to normal vault suits. Maybe you could... Nah, forget it. You probably wouldn't be able to fix the boomer suits. Make them look right.
Hey, who says I can't fix that? You bring me those boom suits too, okay?
Well, if you think that you're up to it, I'll oblige.
Oh, that makes me so happy. You are too much.
All right then. I guess I'll come back whenever I've got some of the product you want. Later, Sarah. Okay, I think that I don't think that there's anything else in this vault.
Seeing the sights?
I found just about everything that I've taken everything that's worth it out of here, and most of the good stuff has been, it belonged to patrons. I found it in drawers of the rooms that they were staying in. So it's a really disappointing thing whenever you come across like a well-kept vault, because then there's a whole lot less good stuff to take out of it. The ones that are like abandoned and torn apart, oof, the loot in those is just amazing. Anyhow, I am done with Vault 21, and I'm pretty much done with all of the major quests that I want to do on the Strip for right now. So, short of 1 or 2 extra conversations, I'm going to be heading back out into the Wasteland now.